Welcome to Is This Thing Working?
How's it going?
Doing awesome.
Yeah, I hear you. Me too. Me too.
I am. Today, as you can tell, we are having more content coming out on a daily basis. So we're really excited about that. So we really are picking the topic of the day at the moment. But with the election coming up, it's going to get more into election stuff going on and everything. But right now, there's too many topics.
Yep. Too many topics. And we're going to cover all of them every week. Fun. I mean, we're not going to just hang on one. We're going to cover some topics, but
it's going to be fun. And tonight, Texas National Guard seized control of Shelby County in Eagle Pass, Texas, Thursday night.
Last night, Bill Mallusion came out on Twitter and he had a story about how it had all went down. Basically, what had happened, the Border Patrol Union confirmed to him that agents were being blocked by the Texas soldiers, and the union was preparing Abbott for seizing control of the Shelby Park in Eagle Pass. So the Texas DPS, National Guard, they all come together, went in there and seized control of this place and are keeping all the illegals out.
Yeah. And it's about time.
It is about time.
You know, I am on board 100%. And I bet if right now you took a poll of Texans and the American people, they would be going, yay, you did the right thing.
Yeah, you notice we don't see a whole lot of border polls out, do we?
No, we don't.
But I think if anybody's listened to us for any extensive amount of time or any even just a little bit amount of time, if we've talked about the border, you pretty well know what I think about it.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with what Wade Miller had said even yesterday, I think it was. And this was before the news broke about the state taking control of this park. He said, the only real thing that's going to change the narrative here is if he actually starts taking the additional step of returning these people back in under an invasion declaration authority. Well, he has declared the invasion.
Yes. You know, I don't know. I thought he declared it months ago. So I'm really confused about why now it's an invasion and it wasn't back when it was declared.
Because it's political. He needs to be reelected too. You know, he wants to be governor again, doesn't he? Yeah, you know it is. It's just pandering.
Or governor or president, and he's playing the game. But he also knows right now it's a losing issue.
Yes, it is.
It is a losing issue for anybody, any governor, and especially him. And he's had to deal with, and he has dealt with a lot down at the border. He has been put through heck. I know it. And the federal government has done that.
Yeah.
They have pushed and pushed and pushed. But on the other hand, I kind of believe he's going along with it. Then all of a sudden, we have he's taken over one of our state parks from the federal government. How did they end up with the park? Why didn't you stop them from getting it to begin with?
Right.
Why has that been a transition place or a staging area? That's what they're calling it.
Right.
For all these migrants until they can get buses in to get them and transport them out of here or in Texas or wherever they decide they want to go.
Right. And that's what I was going to bring up too. Just like you said, well, you know, you go along there for a little bit thinking he's involved in all this, and then he does something like this. But that doesn't take away from the fact that, yes, he has been busting them all over the country, and they're experiencing the same kind of issues that we're experiencing, not on that scale, but they are. But he didn't help the situation is my point with that.
No.
You
know, as it's gone on all day, it's been nothing but talking the same headlines over and over again. You know, Texas military department is what they're calling our National Guard now.
All right.
Yes. So Texas military department banning barriers around Shelby Park and Eagle Pass. This is from Allie Bradley. She's right. I don't know who she is exactly, but this area has been one of the main crossing points for migrants over the last 2 years. Governor Abbott seized the land from the city and is blocking Border Patrol from entering. Now, I just want to let everyone know they're blocking Border Patrol. Governor Abbott did come out and say no Border Patrol has been harmed or been rude to or any of those things. So please
didn't hurt their feelings.
They're not crying, you know, so I think it's all it just needs to get fixed.
Yes. Yeah.
And this tweet right here is the division between our governments. the Texas government and the federal government.
Well,
so what does this mean? What you were saying, is this a civil war?
is it? Think about that.
Yeah.
Look here, our state military is fighting our federal military over the securing of a nation's border. And the crazy thing is, it's our federal government that seems completely uninterested and lacks any effort in closing this border.
No, because you know what they did today? They came out today or overnight and filed an injunction with the Supreme Court to not have a secure border. You just can't make this stuff up, James.
Isn't this nuts?
No.
People better open their eyes and see this. This is long past what you would call a border crisis. You can say border crisis, and that's just people looking for politically correct terms, because the truth is what we got going on and what we've had been going on for a while now is an invasion of our country. And once again, the actions of our federal government has proven to us that what we're saying about them is right.
It's exactly right. Yes. Well, we'll tell you this. The Texas military, which is what they're talking about.
The Texas National Guard.
The Texas National Guard are making sure that the fences is going right back up. See, a Border Patrol was cutting down all the razor wires.
Right.
And so they were assisting them into Texas.
Through Shelby Park.
Through Shelby Park.
Right.
So now the wires are back up. They're watching the border. They're not letting the Border Patrol in at this time.
This is awesome.
And a lot of it has to do with, because they are the ones that seem to be running. The NGOs seem to be in full control. They have control of the border. It isn't the federal government, and it isn't Texas. Whatever.
It's the cartels and the NGOs,
and
because
the
that's
NGOs.
where all the money has always been funneled.
Yes.
Yep.
It is. But we need to, I guess, just pay attention to all of this and, stand behind the governor.
And that's what I was fixing to pipe in and say. I've been hard on Governor Abbott about the busing of these migrants all over the country.
Yes.
Because while that looks like you're doing something, actually you're doing our country more harm by doing that, because the buses are going in the wrong direction. They should be heading south, not north.
Yes, and everyone, you have been out there telling everyone that you had a new way to do it, and that was it. Send them
back home.
Where's the common sense? Where's the common sense?
Sure. I mean, it's a no-brainer to sit here and say that, because that's exactly what should happen. By the law, it should happen.
And, you were talking about a while ago about a crisis. We've been calling this a border crisis. Is this a crisis? It's been like a conversation piece for years now, like 3 years. So, what kind of crisis it is, though, is a humanitarian one. And the fact that our federal government is calling these people over here across dangerous territory, going through barbed wire fences,
dealing with the cartel,
and
traveling
dealing with cartel, and they're paying thousands of dollars to get over here, and then they're all bundled up into these lines and shoved off into snow land up there in New York and Iowa and everything.
Yeah, I know.
We need to stop it. We need to stop playing games with people that are from other countries.
If you shut the border, close the border, and tell them, okay, it's over, next stop's right now, then you can deal with this stuff in a correct way. And I've mentioned this before too. Close the border, tell those people, sorry, sucks to be you, goodbye, go home, and then deal with the people we've got in the country. And that's what President Trump is basically saying that he will do when he becomes president again. That's exactly what he will do.
Yes, I'm behind his border agenda.
And that's the
100%.
only common sense answer. That's what I'm trying to say. That's the only common sense answer, and everybody knows that that's the answer. And my point with Governor Abbott, while me and you both have had a different opinion here about him busing the people all over the country, because he wasn't really helping the situation. He was harming the country by doing this, and by definition of law, you could even put smuggling into there.
Yes, I guess.
But at least that what he's doing now, hopefully this doesn't turn out to just be a stunt. Hopefully we've got a lot of people involved in this now and a lot of good people that see that this is a step toward the right direction to do what needs to be done to get these people out of our country, back across that border. Like we've said before, oh, yeah, you're free to come in, but we're going to offer the least amount of incentive for you to be here.
That's right. That is what I was saying. Give them less incentive.
That's it.
To come here.
Yep.
You know, I kind of like the idea of finding the root of the problem while they're there in their country.
Fix the problem there.
Fix the problem
Work
there.
toward fixing your problem there. You people, man,
Yes.
we that's hard to say, ain't it?
It is hard to say.
It sounds real judgmental because we
But no,
we are
they
the
have
problem.
a country to save.
Right.
We have a country to save. They have a country to save their own.
Exactly.
And the fact
I
that
know.
they're leaving their own country really harms every other country's.
Yep.
You know? I mean, because we can't take in every country that's having financial issues.
Well, no.
You know, and that has cartel. We're having it here now.
Or terrorists running their country.
Yes, we're having it here now.
Yep, it's here.
So we're going to stand behind Governor Abbott in this incident, and really, you know, we're going to rise up.
Is this thing working? Well, hey, everybody, that's it for today. Thanks for listening, and I hope you've enjoyed the show. Hope you've learned some things about what's going on around us in the nation and in your communities. You know, we couldn't do this without your continued support either. We appreciate all of you showing up, taking the time to listen to us today. So please, like I say, make sure to hit the like button, share our show with all your friends. We'll see you next time on Is This Thing Working? And as always, I'm James, and that's my lovely co-host over there,
Denise.
and we'll see you next time.
We're out.